This mic right here, the Audix D6, is what Audix describes as a professional dynamic microphone, and they mention that it's ideal for studio, stage, or even broadcast situations. Now, I grabbed one mainly to stick in my kick drum to replace the mic I had been using, which was a CAD KBM 412, because, well, it was time for an upgrade. The Audix D6 costs about $219, so I wouldn't consider it like a super high-end microphone, but from the reviews I read and the specs listed, it was definitely going to be much more than serviceable, especially for the applications I'd be using it for without breaking the bank. One of the first things I noticed about this mic was the weight and the size. This thing is compact, very light, and has a nice, clean, smooth design. The entire mic fits in my hand but has a sturdy and powerful look to it. The black finish has a muted shine, and the side grille color even matches the font. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Audix D6 has a cardioid pickup pattern and a stated frequency response of 30 Hz to about 15 kHz. Now, there's other details that you can find on their website, but I was more interested in finding out just how this thing would behave when subjected to my kick drum, and we'll cover that right now. What I'm using here is actually a Pearl marching band bass drum, but it's been fitted with some spurs, and I've actually been using it as my main kick for a while now. It's got some unique heft and power to it, so I felt that it would be the perfect candidate to test this Audix D6 out on. Also, feel free to check out our previous video on the Black Lion Auteur Quad preamp for some more footage of this mic on that drum. Okay, so we're going to be comparing this Audix D6 to that CAD KBM 412 that I had mentioned before, plus we're going to compare it to an AKG D112. We've got this all set up now and recording into Pro Tools, so what I'll do is I'll play 3 different beats and we'll have all 3 microphones set up so we can go ahead and put this under the ear and eye microscope. What, you've never heard of an ear microscope? Well, I don't really know what to tell you besides the fact that it's not a stethoscope. So after reviewing all of this, I can tell you that each mic has its own unique sound. And whether you're listening to it soloed or within the mix, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to notice that too. Now, the Audix D6 has a present, powerful sound. Sounds almost scooped to me, as in it's got a little bit more sub, a little bit more click than the other mics, but that sounds good to my ear. The AKG may be kind of like the safe bet, happy medium, if you will, It's a true representation of what's going on in the kick, but it's got a little bit of a muffled sound to it, not as much click as the D6. And then the CAD, surprisingly, it's maybe the most accurate depiction of what's happening in the kick, but it's also picking up some other things that I'm not the biggest fan of, more resonance, and it does have a bit of a pillowy muffledness too, like the AKG. So of all three, I prefer the D6, but maybe my ears are just lying to me. If you hear something different, I'd love to know what that is. Hit me in the comments with what your ears are telling you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little like button. Also, feel free to leave a comment. And when you've got that final mix ready, Fuzzywallz Mastering is standing by.